Have you ever wondered why North Korea, a nation filled with potential, remains one of the world's most reclusive and oppressive regimes? There's a fascinating paradox that lies within the borders of this East Asian nation. North Korea, officially known as the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, is a land of stark contrasts and contradictions. Despite its abundant resources and resilient people, it's often described as an international pariah, shrouded in secrecy and largely cut off from the rest of the world. Its government, under the iron-fisted rule of the Kim dynasty, is notorious for its human rights abuses and stringent control over every aspect of its citizens' lives. Freedom, as we understand it, is a scarce luxury in North Korea. The nation's stark realities paint a grim picture. But why is North Korea like this? What led it down this path? To understand this paradox, we must journey back to the turbulent years following World War II. In the aftermath of World War II, the Korean peninsula was divided into two zones of influence. This division was not a result of the Korean people's choice, but rather a decision made by global superpowers, the Soviet Union and the United States, at the Potsdam Conference in 1945. The 38th parallel, an imaginary line drawn across the middle of the peninsula, became a tangible boundary separating the Korean people into two distinct entities, North and South Korea. In the North, the Soviet Union held sway. Their influence was palpable in the establishment of a communist regime mirroring their own political system. The Soviets found their leader in Kim Il-sung, a former guerrilla fighter against Japanese imperialism. Kim Il-sung's charisma and purported war hero status made him an ideal figure to lead the North Koreans towards the vision of a socialist paradise. Kim Il-sung was installed as the premier of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, more commonly known as North Korea, in 1948. This marked the beginning of a dynastic rule that continues to this day. Kim Il-sung's leadership was characterized by the implementation of the Juche ideology, a unique brand of Korean socialism that emphasizes self-reliance and independence. Under Kim Il-sung's rule, North Korea adopted a centrally planned economy, state-controlled media, and a strict censorship regime. These measures were part of a larger strategy to consolidate power and suppress potential dissent. The North Korean state took control of every aspect of its citizens' lives, from their education and employment to their access to information and freedom of expression. Kim Il-sung's cult of personality was also carefully crafted. He was portrayed as a benevolent and wise leader, the father of the nation, whose wisdom and foresight were infallible. This personality cult was further ingrained into the North Korean psyche through constant propaganda and indoctrination. Thus, North Korea was set on a path divergent from its southern counterpart, one marked by rigid state control and the personality cult of the Kim family. The Korean War marked a significant turning point in North Korea's history. This conflict, which spanned from 1950 to 1953, was a brutal battle between ideologies. The North, backed by the Soviet Union, and the South, supported by the United States, were at odds, each aiming to unify the Korean peninsula under their own political system. The war was a devastating period for North Korea. The country, already grappling with the aftermath of Japanese occupation, was now embroiled in a full-scale war. The consequences were catastrophic. Cities were razed, families torn apart, and the economy was left in tatters. The Korean War was not just a military conflict, it was a war that brought about profound societal and economic changes in North Korea. This war, however, also served as a catalyst for the further isolation of North Korea. The country, under the leadership of Kim Il-sung, used the war to consolidate power and rally nationalistic sentiments. It was during this period that North Korea adopted a policy of juche, or self-reliance. This policy, which emphasized economic independence and national sovereignty, led to increased militarization and widespread state control over every aspect of life. The war also solidified the Kim family's grip on power. Kim Il-sung, hailed as a war hero, became an unchallenged leader, his rule unquestioned and unthreatened. His regime used the aftermath of the war to justify its authoritarian policies, arguing that such measures were necessary to protect the country from external threats. In the years following the war, North Korea turned inwards, distancing itself from the global community. The country, once a part of the dynamic East Asian region, became one of the world's most isolated nations. This isolation was not just political, it permeated all aspects of North Korean life, from the economy to the social sphere. The war left an indelible mark on North Korea, pushing it further into the realm of isolation and totalitarianism. It was a pivotal moment that shaped the country's trajectory, creating the North Korea we know today. The succession of the Kim dynasty has played a crucial role in shaping North Korea's destiny. Now let's delve into how this dynasty continued its iron-fisted rule through Kim Jong-il and Kim Jong-un. When Kim Il-sung, the founding father of North Korea, passed away in 1994, his son, Kim Jong-il, took the reins. Jong-il, known for his eccentric personality, further tightened the state control, reinforcing the cult of personality around him and his father. As the 21st century dawned, North Korea faced a changing global landscape, but its internal dynamics remained largely static. The state's grip on the people remained as firm as ever, with any dissent swiftly and ruthlessly suppressed. Then came the era of Kim Jong-un, the third in the line of the Kim dynasty. Since his father's death in 2011, Jong-un has maintained the family tradition of absolute control. However, he has also brought a new element into the equation: nuclear weapons. To preserve the regime, North Korea has relentlessly pursued nuclear capabilities, conducting numerous tests and sparking international alarm. This development has further isolated the country, but it has also fortified the Kim dynasty's rule. Under the Kim dynasty, North Korea has become a nuclear-armed fortress, closed off from the world and its own people. The country remains a paradox, a testament to the power of a single family to shape the destiny of an entire nation. North Korea's journey from post-war division to its current state is a complex tale of power, conflict, and isolation. The nation's birth was a result of division, which led to the rise of the Kim dynasty. This lineage, combined with the aftermath of the Korean War, has shaped the country's present. Understanding this history helps us comprehend the paradox of North Korea, a nation stuck in time yet armed with nuclear weapons, a people deprived of basic freedoms yet fiercely loyal to their leaders.